Welcome to Streaming News Network, Morning Edition, by J. Claude McDaniel. News without the hype and biased reporting. Please like and subscribe.
This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Micron Technology has announced a planned investment of $250 million in the Trump Accounts Initiative, a program promoted by Donald Trump to encourage long-term financial opportunities for American children. According to the announcement, Micron Chief Executive Officer Sanjay Mehrotra said the investment is intended to support American families and help provide future financial security for millions of children. President Trump described the commitment as the largest corporate investment of its kind, saying the initiative is designed to give every American child a stronger financial start in life while encouraging investment in the nation's workforce and future generations. The announcement comes as the United States prepares to commemorate the nation's 250th anniversary, with supporters presenting the program as part of a broader effort to expand economic opportunity for American families. No additional implementation details or timelines were released with the announcement. This is J. Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Colorado voters have chosen two surprise winners in the state's Democratic primary elections, reshaping the ballot ahead of November's general election. Attorney General Phil Weiser defeated United States Senator Michael Bennet in the Democratic primary for governor. With Governor Jared Polis prevented from seeking another term because of term limits, the race had drawn significant attention across the state. During the campaign, Weiser emphasized his record of challenging actions taken by the Trump administration through the courts, while Bennet highlighted his experience representing Colorado in the United States Senate. Weiser now advances to the general election. In Colorado's 1st Congressional District, political newcomer Melat Quiros defeated longtime Representative Diana DeGette in another closely watched primary contest. Quiros, who identifies as a democratic socialist, centered her campaign on affordability, housing, and economic issues while drawing support from progressive activists and organizations. The results mark a shift toward newer Democratic voices in two of Colorado's highest-profile races and set the stage for competitive campaigns in the November election. This is J. Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. The Women's National Basketball Association has suspended Alyssa Thomas for one game following an on-court incident involving Caitlin Clark during a matchup between the Phoenix Mercury and the Indiana Fever. The play occurred as both players pursued a loose ball. Thomas made contact with Clark during the scramble, leaving Clark on the court briefly in visible discomfort. Although officials did not assess a foul during the game, the league later reviewed the play and imposed a one-game suspension on Thomas. After returning to practice, Thomas said she and members of her family have received death threats and racially abusive messages online in the aftermath of the incident. She also said misleading, digitally altered videos of the play have circulated on social media, contributing to the controversy. The incident has sparked widespread debate among basketball fans over physical play, player safety, and the growing impact of online harassment directed at professional athletes. This is J. Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Country music legend Alan Jackson has officially wrapped up his farewell touring career with a sold-out concert at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The event, titled Last Call, One More for the Road, the finale, celebrated Jackson's decades-long career with performances of many of his biggest hits, including Don't Rock the Jukebox, Gone Country, and Remember When. In a surprise ending, Jackson closed the evening with his 2001 hit, Where I Come From. The tribute concert featured appearances by fellow country stars, including George Strait, Carrie Underwood, Eric Church, Riley Green, and Miranda Lambert, who honored Jackson by performing several of his classic songs. Jackson, now 67, has been living with Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, a progressive nerve disorder that led him to retire from touring. Speaking to the audience, he kept the mood light, joking that he did not want to dwell on it because, as he told fans, I'm not dead. Although his touring days have come to an end, Jackson says he plans to continue making music. His farewell concert is also expected to air as a television special later this year. This is J. Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Actress Lucinda Jane Weist-Manera has pleaded guilty in federal court to being an accessory after the fact for helping her boyfriend, convicted fraudster Bernhard Eugen Fritsch, evade authorities following his wire fraud conviction. According to the United States Department of Justice, Fritsch was convicted of defrauding investors of approximately $20 million through his software company by making false claims about its financial performance and business prospects. Prosecutors say that after Fritsch fled the United States in 2025, Manera helped him avoid capture by providing financial assistance, helping arrange lodging in Mexico, and researching travel options to Germany, where he ultimately sought refuge. Investigators also allege she made false statements to federal agents regarding her contact with him. Fritsch was later sentenced in absentia to 15 years in federal prison, ordered to pay more than $26 million in restitution, and fined $35,000. Authorities continue to seek his surrender. Manera faces a maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison. Her sentencing hearing is scheduled for October. This is J. Claude McDaniel of Streaming News Network. Authorities in the Florida Keys have arrested a 41-year-old man after he allegedly stole a rental vehicle and was later found traveling by bicycle. According to investigators, deputies responded on June 21 to a report of a stolen Ford rental vehicle from the Isla Bella Beach Resort and Spa. Security camera footage helped identify a suspect as authorities searched for the missing vehicle. 2 days later, the Key West Police Department located the rental vehicle parked at a hotel, but the suspect was no longer with the car. On June 24, deputies stopped a man riding a bicycle and identified him as Thaddeus Thane Jackson. During the encounter, authorities say they discovered Jackson had also failed to comply with a legal requirement to register as a convicted felon following a previous conviction. Jackson now faces felony charges related to the alleged vehicle theft, along with additional charges connected to his registration status. The investigation remains ongoing. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. New reports are raising questions about the medical emergency that led to the June 14 hospitalization of Mitch McConnell. According to emergency dispatch audio that has recently become public, first responders were sent to McConnell's Washington residence after reports of an unconscious patient, with dispatch communications referencing cardiopulmonary resuscitation already in progress and a possible cardiac arrest. The audio has been reported by multiple news outlets, but McConnell's office has not confirmed those specific details. McConnell's office previously confirmed only that the 84-year-old senator had been admitted to the hospital on June 14 and was receiving medical care. A spokesperson later said he continues to recover while working with staff on Senate business and Kentucky matters, although he has temporarily stepped away from voting. The longtime Kentucky senator has experienced several public health incidents in recent years and has announced that he will retire when his current Senate term concludes. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Former Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has released nearly 400 pages of declassified documents related to the origins of COVID-19, renewing debate over the pandemic and the role of former Anthony Fauci. The documents, published by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, allege that United States funding supported coronavirus research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology through grants administered by the EcoHealth Alliance. They also claim Fauci influenced intelligence assessments concerning the virus's origins and raise questions about whether portions of his previous congressional testimony were accurate. The release has generated mixed reactions. Supporters say the documents provide new insight into government decision-making and warrant further investigation. Critics argue the materials do not conclusively support all of the claims made in the accompanying summary and say additional context is needed. Meanwhile, Rand Paul has announced plans to continue congressional scrutiny of the documents and has called for additional review of the government's response to the pandemic. The release is expected to fuel ongoing debate over the origins of COVID-19 and the federal government's handling of the public health crisis. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Dennis Quaid has officially listed his longtime Los Angeles home for $5,200,000, marking another step in his relocation to Nashville. The 5-bedroom Brentwood Hills property was purchased by Quaid in 2017 and has since undergone extensive renovations. The actor and his wife, Lara Savoy, have primarily lived in Tennessee since 2020 while maintaining the California residence. In recent interviews, Quaid said he decided to leave California because he believes residents pay high taxes while receiving fewer public services than expected. He also said the devastating California wildfires reinforced his decision, noting that several friends lost their homes during those events. Despite his criticisms, Quaid expressed hope that Los Angeles will recover, saying he remains optimistic about the city's future even though he has chosen to make Tennessee his permanent home. Quaid joins a growing list of high-profile entertainers who have relocated from California to other states in recent years, reflecting a broader trend among some celebrities seeking different lifestyles and tax environments.
Thank you for listening to Streaming News Network videos and our short reports. Please like and subscribe to our news channel.